All right. Welcome back, CHFFL members, for our Week 5 update. We're going to go through what's happening in the league before we get into interleague play. I'm joined by Wes Day and surprise guest Mark Jones. How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing well. How are you?
All right, thanks. Along with Stan Savatsky. Been tearing it up recently. Stan?
Hello, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. All right, guys. So just kick it off with a little bit I asked Stan on because right now I think he's the hottest team in the league. I think he's
Now
been
we know
making
why.
great moves, and I want to just first of all say good job, Stan.
Thank you, thank you. Wasn't very confident with the team to begin with, but it really fell into place.
I agree. A couple of big moves. Acquiring Todd Gurley, I think is going
Tyler
to be
fucking Eifert.
Easy.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, agreed, Wes. How do you just drop Eifert? He had one
Yeah,
bad
I don't know
game.
who dropped him, but Stan got him on the waivers before me, and I even tried to pick him up off of Stan. Stan just like, nope, West, can't have him. It's my boy.
Just like Marty with me this morning, I wanted to cry when I didn't get West from
Thanks, Swan.
Kansas City. I knew it. I knew somebody tipped him off to get on.
Because
Swan told him about that?
Marty wasn't going to pick him up, and we were over Marty's house last night, and Swan goes, hey, you should pick up his running back, because I'd rather be in the other division than in my division.
That's so makes me so upset.
That's insider trading and collusion.
I'm glad that you were going for him too because I had him claimed too. So.
Yeah. Oh, my other league, I'm in a second league this year with one of the guys at law school, and I know that the same thing happened because there's this one team that like starts guys who are injured and on bye weeks and hasn't done anything. Suddenly, I was the number 2 waiver, he was number 1, but he picked up West this week.
What?
Doesn't matter. Now Davis is going to be the bell hole. You're going to be taking them carries.
That's one thing I wanted to ask you, Wes. I mean, that could be big. I mean, people are saying just because West got more carries last week, he's going to be the guy, but Davis did well last year. Do you think he's got a shot?
Well, at this point, I really kind of just need him to. Honestly, like I wasted a draft pick on him, and I've kept him on my bench for this specific purpose of Jamal Charles getting hurt. So at this point, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to start him this week or not, but I'm definitely going to keep him on my roster for the time being.
All right. Oh, looks like we lost video with them, but no, that makes sense. All right. So Stan, for you right now, when you're on top, what's your mindset? What are you gonna how do you keep focus when you know that you kind of own your division right now?
Well, right now I'm really hoping that my 2 receivers come back, Deshaun Jackson and Steve Smith, because that would be huge for me because I really don't have a number 2 wide receiver. And I'm really hoping that there's no injuries that come up because that could really hurt me. So as long as I'm injury-free, should be smooth sailing from here on out.
Yeah, the injury bug can be terrible, but you've managed to avoid it. What do you think, Devontae Freeman? How big was that draft pick for you, and did you expect him to be anywhere near as good as he's been?
I thought he was going to split carries, so I was hoping to get maybe 10 points a game from him. And when Coleman got hurt and he just tore it up, I was ecstatic. So I scored 190 points that first week when he got the start. He's just been tearing it up since then.
I know, that makes me a little mad, but it's nice to see, and I'm down here in Atlanta, so a pretty big hype train.
I hate when Stan has a good fantasy football team.
You love it.
He just smiles all the time.
I still
Stan's happy.
the people.
Ask Mark about the slap bet that we put into place.
Oh, yeah. What are the
I'm in
conditions
trouble,
of this
man.
infamous slap bet?
Stan took advantage of me. I was inebriated.
Oh, we were both inebriated, and you were talking crap that you were going to beat me. So,
And Stan and I have a slap bet going that if one of us swept the regular season series, you would win the slap bet. And Stan's already halfway there, and it's looking like his team's significantly better than me.
Is it just about the time where you start stashing a defense that you know is a good matchup that next week just to try and get the one?
Yeah, I'm gonna be pulling everything out on that week.
Mark, you've been kind of quiet, and not in this conversation, but on the league page, not a lot of moves from the whippersnappers, and I projected you to do so well this year. What do you guys? Are you guys? What can you do at this point? You're pretty far down right now.
At this point, I'm really just hoping that I have a couple players have consistent weeks, and then I'm just gonna try to make trades. Right now, it's really depressing because my whole team is really based around just my defense and Tom Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady, tight ends, and defense. Pretty much what nobody else wants.
Yeah, so I'm thinking if somebody wants a quarterback, Tom Brady scored over 25 points in every single game, averaging 28.
I mean, let's talk later. I'd want Brady, but see what you want in return. All right, so we're gonna move in.
Doing bad is relative because at least he has 2 wins.
Well,
Some
yeah,
of us don't have any.
That's true. I don't think I want to jump ship yet. I'm still thinking maybe.
And here's another thing. I feel like Mark's in a much better position than Wes. No offense, Wes, but I feel like the Montigar Conference is a lot weaker.
That's true. That's very true.
So
right now I'm tied with Max and Minnie for 3rd place in the division, so I'm still on the cusp of a playoff berth.
Good one.
I'll take it.
You can't give up now. I mean, neither of you can, especially Wes with. Okay, so this is a question I had for later, but I'm just going to throw it out to all 3 of you now. How much is Swan hurt by losing Charles? Since he was all salty about me ranking him low earlier, how much do you think losing Charles hurts his team? Stan, go first.
Well, he claims that his team is still stacked and that he has no problem, and he scored more points than most of the teams in the league. So he's been bitching all day about this ranking.
All right, let's. I want to bring up here how many points Charles has scored this year, just because I have the video camera, so I get to respond to things. Put out 19, 18, 27, 18, and then 10 in the game where he got injured. Now, Mark West, do you think that's nothing? You think he's still stacked without that?
Who's his other running backs?
Jeremy Hill, who's been a big disappointment, and Chris Ivory, who was a good draft pick, who is pretty 17th in points among running backs so far.
Solid number 2.
I mean, he's got a chance to hold it together, but his team's taking a huge hit.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, the thing when I look at his team now, you got Hill and Ivory, and then T.Y. Hilton and Keenan Allen are his receivers. There's no stud there. I don't see a stud.
That's my team.
Well,
Swan's team has at least. Okay, I don't even have he's decent.
All right, we're gonna move into the next segment here. I have this master plan where we're gonna go from topic to topic. So next we're gonna do some predictions. First, I want each of you to predict next week's games, and then sometime next week we'll come back and see who scored the best. All right, so all 3 folks. So Parker versus me. Stan, who do you like?
I'm liking you in this one. Parker's team has been winning somehow, but I don't see it happening throughout the season.
All right, awesome. Wes, Mark?
We're pulling them up right now.
Oh, okay.
What game did you say?
Parker versus me.
Well, we're going to go for you just because Parker can suck it.
I don't know. I think I'm going to go Big Paw.
All right. Mark's going.
I will say
underdog.
One of the better things that Parker's done is he got Rob Gronkowski at number 12 in the draft.
Oh, yeah.
An obvious pick. I didn't think he was a first rounder, but he's proven that.
And Gronk's just special. He's not as good as the best wide receiver running back in the league, but he's just so much better than whoever the heck your opponent's playing.
Yeah, every other single tight end.
All right, so
I'm going to go with you just because you got that dank GIF on there. That's pretty nice.
Oh, thank you. Try to keep up to date with what the kids are doing these days. All right, so Mark versus Grant. Stan.
Let me look real quick.
Okay. I can hold the camera.
I'm going to have to go with Grant on this one. Grant has a great team. It's just they haven't connected. If he gets a good week, he's going to score a lot of points.
All right. You two? Who do you like here?
I'm going to have to go Grant.
Really?
I mean, we're going to give it all we got, but
That's not really good. They're going to be playing that in Washington on the local news over and over again.
Well, I'm going to go with Mark just because C.J. Anderson's playing a pretty banged up Browns defense, and Peyton Manning can't throw it more than 15 yards down the field, so he should have some pretty big game with those checkdowns. So maybe Mark's team gets back up to par.
Thanks.
All right.
No problem,
All
brother.
right. I like it. I like it. All right, Stan, you against Swan. I'm going to take a wild stab you like yourself in this game as opposed to negative Mark over there.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to say that I think I'm going to beat Swan this week. Team's looking good right now. I have one player on bye, but other than that, it should be good.
All right, and you guys, who do you like?
I'm gonna have to say Stan on this one. I just don't think Swan, even his really good players, have pretty bad matchups this week.
All right, yeah, that's reasonable logic, I think.
Yeah. I'd have to go with Stan.
All right, Stan across the board. That's fine. I'm not taking part in this, but I probably would have said the same thing. All right. Oh, now the Grandilis brothers. Who do you like here, Max or Panda? Stan, keep going, same order.
Depends on what Mike Vick shows up. Antonio Brown's been really hurting for him with Mike Vick throwing him. Definitely not the same receiver without Big Ben. So see if they can get him the ball some more.
All right, all right. Wait, so I kind of got lost there. So you're picking?
I'm picking Panda on this one, thinking
okay.
Antonio Brown's going to have a good week this week.
All right, all right. What's the Mark?
I'm gonna go Max.
You go Max? All right, I like it.
I'm also going to go with Max because Panda's a dirty cheater that didn't pay his dues and won his first game, and it shouldn't have counted.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay out of this because Panda, it seemed like he was trying to start some rivalry with me after he picked up a win against the Young Pieces. But yeah, I could see Max winning this week. I can see it going either way.
That's like UConn trying to start a rivalry with UCF just because they said it's a rivalry. It doesn't mean it's a rivalry just because you say it's a rivalry.
we don't care, man. You can't make it. All right. So Mini versus West, Stan.
Take a look at this. I'm gonna have to go with Mini with Ellington back and Lynch and Sanders. I just think Mini has this one.
All right, excellent. And before you guys go, Swan's watching. Swan, rewind the video later. We already talked about the slap bet, and we'll be definitely monitoring it and following up on a future video on who wins that.
Oh boy.
No,
Can we film that? We can get a video of that.
Yeah, we should. We should get a video of that. And I believe Parker owes me push-ups for the first video. We made a bet in it.
Dude, that might actually kill him. He might stroke out for doing that.
Oh, that's great.
All right.
But
yeah, I'm definitely going to win this game. Minnie can suck it.
All right. I like the confidence.
I'm going
That's
on
how
West.
You lead a team, Mark. What was that?
I said I'm going on West too. I need Minnie to lose, so I'm just hoping for that.
All right, so stands on Minnie, and you two like Wes. Excellent. All right, and last game, Marty and the 69ers versus Ryan and the My Pants.
I have zero faith in Marty's team.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to say Ryan on this one.
Definitely. Ryan has a pretty damn good team put together.
He does.
He really does. There's no weaknesses to it except
Peyton just
Manning.
wasn't like. It's crazy that Peyton Manning's the weakness in his lineup.
If he would have had last year's Peyton Manning, it would be a completely different story.
Oh yeah, but you could say that for a lot of teams about all the Broncos players, though. Mark would love to actually have C.J. Anderson.
True.
But
has anybody looked at the projection comparison right now, though? The only one that Ryan is losing in projections is kicker.
Those are ESPN. Let me see. I have the extension to see the Fantasy Pros projections.
We might have to pull this video up on the Surface Pro. I only got 5%.
Taking way too long.
Okay, I think we're close to being done.
Okay.
Well, if we lose you for a second, we lose you for a second. All right. Last round of predictions. Instead of games, top of your head, I want all three of you, name all 6 playoff teams. Who's making the playoffs from each conference? Stan, you're up.
I don't even know the conferences.
I gotta look real quick.
All right, Ing, I'm going to say Hangshy, Panda Bears,
Okay.
Baton Rouge, Ing Pieces, and Touchdown My Pants.
Oh, all right. So you exclude Swan from the back roads. I'm sure he's throwing his computer at the wall right now.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's
Yeah.
do back roads first. So, Mark, you can think a little bit about your conference.
All right.
I'm picking
Guys,
Panda.
Stan, are you good?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Panda, you, Swan, and Grant. I think Grant's gonna pull it around.
Oh,
3.
only 3.
Only three.
I,
Not bad.
that's all right. Did you not take that math class in college where you count?
Count 3.
Not good at big math. I'm gonna say Grant, Panda, and you, Engler.
Oh, thanks, man. Even though I just insulted you.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna have to go with Ing. You're probably definitely gonna make it. I'll give you that.
Thanks.
And then I'm gonna have to go with Touchdown My Pants and the Hingle McCringleberries, baby.
Oh, I love
Stick
it.
it up.
It could happen. I don't think you're out of it at this point. I also like noting how I think I was the only consistent person picked by all 3 of you. It was definitely just me wanting to jerk a little bit about how great I am. All right, so let's move on to the Moninger. Mark, you let it off. So who's making it from your conference?
Parker, Stan, and myself. There we go.
All right. All right. More confident about playoffs than you were about this week's game.
Yeah, I just don't think it's all coming together this week.
All right. All right. So Stan, Parker, and you. All right.
I'm gonna
Stan.
go with Dan, Parker, and Max.
All right.
Just because Max is my boy. He is my boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to follow with Wes and say me, Parker, and Max. Looks like the 3 best teams.
All right. Excellent.
And
we'll
Swan
come-
texted me and said, "Suck it."
All right, we'll see what happens. I think those are all respectable projections. I do believe what I said. I think Stan right now is the closest thing we've had to a playoff lock at this stage in the season, just based on how his team's playing and his record.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think every playoff spot could be lost by whoever's holding it right now.
It's still pretty early.
I think if West loses 1 or 2 more here, I think he's done. You gotta win starting now, but you can still do it. Okay.
Lacey trades. I'll listen to him.
Well, I'm still in the ballpark. I just can't give up Bell, but we'll talk.
Yeah.
All right, so
Lacey
last
and
round.
Lacey and Luck for Bell. I mean,
It's the only thing is that it's with how Luck has been this year. It's just.
All right, guys, talk on your own time.
All right, fine. Party pooper. Rapid fire questions. Mark, I don't have any set up for you, but I have some that are directed at both Stan and Wes, so you can get in on those. Wes, we've been talking about this, but do you think you're out of it at this point in the season? Making
No.
the playoffs? Obviously,
not over
no.
till it's over, homie.
You're selling on Luck.
Selling on Luck?
Are you shipping him to try and patch the team up?
For the right offer, but I'm not giving up on him yet.
All right. Stan, who's the biggest threat? You picked Parker and Max to make playoffs. Which one of them is a bigger threat to you?
I would have to say Parker. Somehow he's getting along with second-tier running backs, but he's winning. So.
All right. For the whole panel, we already did that one. How much of a boost do you think that Chen, Dari, Rick, Flax and Wax, and West gives Marty's team? Mark, start with you.
Not enough to make a push.
All right, Wes.
I'm still got to believe in Niall Davis, so not enough.
Stan.
I think it could push him to a 500 team. That's about it, though.
Hey, that can make playoffs sometimes.
Yeah, that's very true. Especially what it's looking like in our division.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 5 losses, you kind of have to. All right. Wes, you selling? Are you selling on Lacey?
My phone's dead!
That guy's going to keep that whole entire time. Today, like 5.
All right, I'm gonna assume they're off. Stan, do you think that Wes is out of it at 0-5?
Oh, I definitely think he's out of it. His team's good.
All right. All right, so you've had a few different pickups this year. Post-draft, what was the best single move that you made as a manager?
I would have to say it's probably Andy Dalton. I picked him up off waivers. I traded him away to Marty, and I got a running back that's going to do well for the rest of the season now.
All right, I think that's very fair. I think Gurley was a great pickup. It's another one where you beat me to it. I didn't think Marty would give him up, so I didn't even really pursue it. That was a good move.
I got him dropped at a bar, and then we kind of started talking and buying a drink, and he gets a little friendly.
The advantage of being close. All right. What are you buying at any position now? Are you actively looking to make a move, or are you waiting for someone to fall to waivers again?
I've been kind of looking for another wide receiver at this point. I'm still not sure if Steve Smith is going to do the job or if Deshaun Jackson will come back and do the job. So I'm slightly looking for a wide receiver right now.
All right, all right. Are there any players on your team that you think are the right piece to move in a trade?
Right now, I think DeMarco Murray's starting to come into his own, and I could definitely trade him away. I feel like he's a good value running back.
Oh, definitely. He's your flex right now, right?
Yeah, right now he is. So
I think he's, even with Philly playing bad, I think he's top 20. I think that's probably a good answer. I think someone would want him. All right. These are more roundtable questions, but since we lost them, you can just take them. What sub 500 team do you think is the biggest sleeper to make a run?
sub 500 team. I think it's Grant.
Grant?
It's stacked. He has a good team, and I do believe that he can make a run if his players start playing well.
Yeah, Grant's been the on the bad end of the kind of shameful part of fantasy that you can score a lot of points and not get wins.
Yeah, doesn't he have the second amount of points out of any team?
I think he's around 4th or 5th after this last week, but still right in the middle there. You don't expect to be 1-4.
Yeah.
For the record, I've scored 7 more points than him, and I'm 4-1. So fantasy's a fickle game.
It definitely is. I lost week 2 because my kicker scored -1 points, so I lost to Parker on a kicker. So that's how it goes.
Oh yeah. All right. And other than yourself, who do you think has done the best job managing their squad this year?
I would have to say Ryan. Ryan has a really good team. He hasn't really made many trades or anything or pickups, but his team is just a solid team.
Yeah, well, I mean, he picked up Chris Johnson, which is to this point worked out fantastically for him. And he was looking to trade him to me after one good week, and I admit I was completely off the mark there. I thought Ellington would come back and he'd fade away, but it looks like they're sticking with him for now. All right, well, since we lost our other guests, that's about all I have. Is there anything else you wanted to get in this discussion, Stan?
Best of luck on the rest of the season.
To you as well. I will. If you win the slap bet, you know you'll be coming back on to perform it live.
Just to clear up the rules, I either get to choose from 2 slaps randomly whenever I choose, or 5 slaps that I have to tell them about it before I slap them.
It's in your court. You get to pick?
Whoever wins the bet gets the pick.
Oh, man, that's even dirtier than the How I Met Your Mother rules, where I assume you got that from.
That's exactly where I got it from.
I mean, you gotta take the, all right, you gotta take the 2 at any time, right?
Oh, definitely. I've been waiting to hit him since his face is healed up. So.
All right. Well, then we'll let you come on if you win to gloat. No guarantee that you're gonna slap then, though. Just watching him be nervous might be enough for some
I'll
good
make sure I'll get it
entertainment.
on video whenever I do it.
Oh, wonderful. I love the dedication. All right, Stan, thank you so much for joining me. Hope to have you back on again. I think this week went a little more smoothly. And best of luck to you and everyone else in the league.
You too.
See y'all, sports fans.